Welcome to another episode of Quest Digest, where we cover the week's Oculus Quest news in around 5 minutes.
It's showtime.
If you jump on to the Among the Aether Discord channel, select your headset, go into updates and demos and select the Oculus Quest APK demo file, download it. You can sideload it on SideQuest. I had a bit of trouble for some reason sideloading it. I just kept on trying and eventually I was able to install it. Then you can play the Among the Aether demo. This is a sandbox demo that lets you build a space station in zero gravity using this gun tool. You also have thrusters on your hands that help you move around in space. And as for the future of this demo, the developer says there will be a survival exploration mode with some story-like elements in the future, but for now there is this sandbox mode that you can play around with. And it's quite a bit of fun. I can't wait to see where this one goes. Now next up is Twitter news. We hear Gorn is scheduled to come to the Oculus Quest. This is fantastic news. This type of game is an over-the-top gory gladiator combat game that doesn't take itself too seriously. I played this game so much on the PC, it's so much fun and is perfect for a headset like the Quest, as the graphics aren't too demanding and it will make the most out of the wireless freedom. But we have no release date as of yet. In further news, we see the release of a new virtual environment. Cyber City is a cyberpunk themed environment. You're in this apartment filled with all kinds of interesting objects. There's this window outside with buildings, moving vehicles, and all kinds of futuristic looking stuff. I think this one has beat the space station environment in terms of my favourite official Oculus Quest environment. And of course, what makes me even more excited is this means another space on the Oculus Quest we can use to replace with an unofficial home environment if we want to. And when is the last time you played Recroom? If you haven't in a while, you might want to play it just to check this out. This is called RecFallGuys Guys. It's a user created game that's based on the PS4 and PC title called Fall Guys. What it is a multiplayer last man standing type game. You have all these different doors that lead you to different mini games, and like you can see here, this one you have to not get knocked off and be the last man standing by jumping or ducking under these poles that rotate. There's also these obstacle courses where you have to make it to the finish line in order to qualify, and you've got all these propellers and things like that in your way. If you can find enough people online to play with, I highly recommend it. It's completely free and some of the best free multiplayer fun you can get on your Quest. Now recently we've seen Facebook rebranding a lot of its Oculus name. Oculus Connect is now called Facebook Connect, for example. We also see that the so-named Oculus Research was rebranded Facebook Reality Labs. And now we see this same logo being redesigned once again to something like this. This is a logo developed by visual artist James White, and it makes sense that Facebook will want to have a new logo given all the rebranding they've been doing recently. The question is, will we be seeing this new logo on the Oculus Quest 2, which is rumoured to be shown on the Facebook Connect conference September 16th. Will the Oculus Quest 2 come in a box like this with this new logo on the sides? Who knows? And if you're wondering what the logo stands for, it stands for AR VR. And if you have Facebook, why not join the Operation Serpens full release event? Operation Serpens is an absolutely brilliant arcade shooter game. It makes you feel like John Rambo, well worth checking out if you haven't played it already. And now to the official Oculus Quest store, and we know that Echo Arena VR has moved from beta to now being a fully complete game. This is a free game where you can play online with other people as you team up to face off against the competition in a zero gravity clash of robotic glory, glide boost and punch your way to scoring goals. Now this is good news. What isn't good news is that Echo Combat doesn't look like it's coming to the Quest, at least anytime soon. Right now they're focused on Echo Arena VR, and Echo Combat is taking a back seat. What is Echo Combat, I hear you ask? Well, this is a first-person shooter version of Echo Arena. You face off against another team with a bunch of weapons and abilities. We also see the release of Holopoint with almost 5 stars out of 8 ratings. This game is an intense archery shooter where you have to take down responsive targets, ninjas and samurais. We also see the release of Sphere Toon VR comic. This has about 4 stars out of 14 ratings. It's an interactive comic reading virtual reality experience with parallax effects and interactive elements. There has also been some updates to some existing games like Gravity Lab, which is a zero gravity puzzle game. The update includes some minor things like graphical improvements to more major things like being able to create your own custom radio station and a new free locomotion method of getting around. Vacation Simulator has also seen some new free DLC drop recently. This new update brings loads of new gig-style jobs to the game's holiday hotspots. And finally to SideQuest. Now it's been a bit of a slow week for SideQuest this week, but the first game we're going to look at today is Bang Squash. This will set you back $2.99 US. It's a retro style brick breaker type game where the aim of the game is to use your ball and racket to break all the blocks on screen, but if you run out of balls then it's game over. Our next game is Whack-A-Mole. Moles have overrun the farm. Your job is to see how many you can whack within 1 minute using either a club, hammer or baseball bat. Now our next game, Dream Tango, is still in very early development. Quite a unique game. Your role is as a dream agent and you have to restore a jewel by finding all the different pieces to put it back together before the dream world falls apart. And finally we have Virtual Cube. This game uses hand tracking and your goal is to put together all of the pieces of the puzzle. That's about it for me today. I do hope you've enjoyed this episode of Quest Digest and I'll see you next time.